Alright, so I'm going to shoot a little potato video. This is my beat up Champion radiator, and I have a Derale fan shroud for it, I got it well wired up. I just need to get it put in. I got some other stuff I wanted to take care of, however. So, long time ago, or a couple of years ago, I put this Hayden Automotive tranny coolers, oil cooler basically. But it's a fairly large size one, and even in series, I had it running in series with my radiator. My transmission temps would stay in the 150, 160 range. I just kind of wanted a little bit better control over it, so I don't know, maybe I'm just overly OCD or something. So I routed these in a little bit different place. Most people will, when they do this, they will route, and I'll show you why. They'll route the lines through here and then bring a cooler up in the front. And the reason why people do that is that this over here, right up here, there's a couple of clamps. So we can get a focus on them. See those two clamps right there in the center? Those are the tranny cooler lines. The one on the top is the send, and the one on the bottom is the return. So you can see why it's a convenient location right over here. But what I ended up doing is I ran a couple of, let me get down here so I can actually film. So there's that, here's your power steering on the bottom. So I had some salvage power steering brackets. You can see this one is just this other bracket flipped over, right? And then I actually bent up a set of hard lines that come over here. And let me get over here. It's kind of hard to film down here for an old guy. So then here's these two new tranny cooler lines that go up here, make a 90, make this little bend right here up into a 180 degree thermostatic valve. So and then there's a little custom bracket right up there, which is behind the deacceleration sensor, which is not plugged in quite yet. I need to replug that in. For the airbags. Now that may or may not be a good idea. Not sure. I didn't change anything about the actual sensor location or anything. I'm just using some of the threaded bolts on the other side for this bracket, and then you can see it goes out through here, and then these two guys come up and connect into that oil cooler. One other thing that I did do, I don't know if it's necessary, but it's probably a good idea. So the bottom, right, the top of the oil cooler is coming from the hot. And when it's 180 degrees, it's fully open. So that hot line comes and goes to the bottom. The only thing I think the advantage of this, I'm not saying that hot air rises kind of deal, I'm sure it does, but I think the main advantage of doing it this way is that when you do the initial fill, because this guy's empty right now, so when this oil cooler gets the initial fill, hopefully it pushes the air out and comes back through the cold return line. And that way you probably get the air bubbles out of here quicker. That's just my theory, I don't know, that's just how I do it. So I did actually swap these two guys over. So these lines are all really nice and secure. There's no sharp spots. I'll keep an eye on them for a little bit, but I don't think they're gonna rub anywhere. It's really not in the way any place. I really don't like how you already have power steering lines over here in this area, and then when you get two other lines coming over here, and it's really a mess trying to get in here and do stuff. So that's what I did for my tranny cooler revision 2. And then I need to get the radiator back in here, and I'll hook the electric fans up, and I'll shoot another video.